I have in front of me 67 college football schedules. They represent the Power Five plus the three major independents, Notre Dame, BYU, and Army. Mark Rogers TV knocking out schedule ranking 67 all the way up to number 1. We arrive at number 53. We're in the thick of the ACC with a number of the ACC schedules very close to one another, as you might expect, and Georgia Tech has the 10th most difficult schedule in the ACC, or follow me, the 7th easiest in the ACC, 53rd nationally. Okay, the highlights for the Yellow Jackets, if you look at the non-conference slate, they've got games against Mercer and against Georgia Southern. Georgia Southern, a pretty capable FCS school. Otherwise, the two other non-conference games, pretty stout. 2 games against the SEC Eastern Division, of course, the final matchup, the grudge match against UGA, and they've got a date September 17th against Vanderbilt at home. So Georgia Tech scheduling difficult out-of-conference games against Vandy and Georgia, of course. Okay, in conference play, they get the one light touch in the out-of-division game against BC. That opens up on September 3rd against Boston College in Dublin, Ireland. That's the Ireland game that we've seen the last few years in college football, and it's this year BC and Georgia Tech, bright and early at 7:30 Eastern Time. Okay, the other date against the other division in the ACC is against Clemson. Georgia Tech has the fixed opponent rivalry game against Clemson, so that's a difficult matchup, of course, for Georgia Tech, taking on one of most likely the 5 best teams in the country. All right, the division play is pretty marginal. North Carolina's good, Miami's good, then it tapers off from there. Virginia Tech, a decent top 40 team. Same for Duke. Virginia's a light touch. Again, Georgia Tech playing in the weaker of the 2 divisions, but it's a very balanced coastal division, those 6 matchups. The 2 of the 7 that they have to play in the other division. Clemson, the heavyweight, BC not so much at 0-8 last season. We do expect the Eagles to be better this season, but not substantially better. It's the 53rd ranked schedule. If you want to know how we're ranking these, you got to check out the first video where we run down our 9-step process to evaluating these schedules. 10th in the ACC belongs to Georgia Tech. Need to hear from you next on Mark Rogers TV.